Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how I flipped this ukulele loop by Molly Mcphaul. So this is the sample we'll be working with today. Here's what I got from flipping it. The effects I used are as follows. I used an EQ to add a slight radio filter by cutting out the highs and lows to get that lo-fi sound. And then a multiband compressor to boost the signal. Next, I came up with a low-end piano progression. The plugin I usually use for piano is the free VST Keyzone Classic with the Yamaha Grand Piano preset. I like to EQ out some of the highs and to make it more soothing. And also I cut off the unnecessary low end. Next I layered that piano progression with the Rhodes piano, specifically the Rhodes preset from the stock plugin Harmor. This preset has a more mid-frequency sound, so that's what I focus on while EQing. Now for the high piano part to go with the low piano progression. I record the high and low piano parts separately to make it easier to mix them. Now for the effects, a multiband compressor to boost the signal, reverb for more warmth, and an EQ to filter out the unnecessary highs and lows. Now for the bass. The sample I used is the Eternity bass from the Cymatics Eternity sample pack. It's an organic sounding bass and you can get the sample pack for free on Cymatics. I'll leave a link in the description. Now for the effects. A multiband compression to boost the bass signal, an EQ to cut the highs, and a fruity limiter for sidechaining. Here's the drum pattern I made. These samples are from the Cymatics Lo-Fi Starter Pack, which I suggest everyone who's starting out on lo-fi to go and get. It's free on Cymatics like the other sample pack I mentioned, and it has a library of sounds for you to work with. You can find the link to it in the description as well. This is how I got that shaker rhythm in the piano roll. I usually layer my snares for more punch. I use a low filtered snare with the high unfiltered snare and pan them to opposite sides in the mix so it sounds more full. The pads follow the same pattern as the low piano progression. The sound is a melodic sample from the Lo-Fi Starter Pack. I tweaked the stereo knob all the way to the left for that enhanced stereo feel. And then I cut the clashing low end off to help it sit better in the mix. So the pluck lead is made up of 2 layers. The first layer is another sample from the Lo-Fi starter kit called Kalimbo Tape. And the second sound is the clock preset from the stock plugin Citrus. And as I usually do with the 2 sounds, I pan them to opposite sides to sound more filling. The lead that starts in the middle of the song, and it's a preset called Dystopian Lead from the stock plugin Flex. It's my current favorite stock plugin because it gives me a decent variety of sounds that I personally love to work with. For the effects, I use a multi-band compressor to boost the signal and an EQ. Now let's hear that full beat.